Marty, we know the Championship, the games come thick and fast, and we're straight into a period of 3 games in 6 days. You've had time to reflect after Norwich, and you said straight after the game, despite the result, you felt it was the best performance of the 3. Is that still your view?
Definitely. Still far from what we want to see, in the sense that I think we have potential to play at much higher level. But in terms of the whole 90 minutes, we're very stable. We barely concede goal chances. It's true that we concede 1.5, 2 that were somewhat clear, but more because of perhaps our mistake. So something that we need to learn and work on. But at the same time, I had a feeling that the team, I asked them before the game that I really want them to be brave, to play with courage, to play with personality in a game away that is never easy to play against Norwich, against a team that is scoring a lot of goals. And actually, I think that the team was quite dominant from the beginning, trying to have the possession high on the pitch for many minutes, both in the first half and especially the second. I think our centre halves were really high on the pitch, which is always a good signal for our way of playing. And then, as we said, perhaps we miss a little bit more of sharpness, if you want to say, be more clinical into the last third, because this dominance high on the pitch is worth if we create the chances. We didn't create as many as we want, but in the overall, I could say that is a very complete performance, perhaps the better one since my arrival.
When you speak to the players after that, is your focus on the positives, or is it a mixture of the two?
It is a mixture. My nature is to be demanding, so actually I need to balance a lot about reminding that still, despite the loss, it's a lot of good things that we did. But the reality, I always say the same, football is not about deserving. You can create a lot of chances, play beautiful football, but if that doesn't help you to win the game, obviously over time, this will lead you to win football games. But at the end, I was very angry because I really wanted to win a game where I think that we did a lot of good things. One of them that perhaps we need to remind is that we kept a team like Norwich that was scoring a lot of goals. I would say not only scoring 1 goal, because 1 goal is enough to lose the game as we did, but especially without considering many chances, very few. From there, I always try to ask the players for more. Even the day that we'll win 4-0, hopefully I'm going to ask them to score the 5th. And that's a natural thing in football and in sport. We need to try to get better every day, and that's why we are here.
Scoring goals is a long-standing problem that certainly precedes your arrival at the club. Is that a growing challenge?
I value the last 3 games, and in the first game we scored a fantastic goal, but at the same time we got, I would say, 2-3 clear chances to score another goals. We got Elijah post in the game against Rotherham, then a very clear chance in the last minutes with Charlie. Perhaps the game against Bristol at home was the one that we missed more, this clinical touch in the last third to make sure that we convert the situations, the entries into the box. And then definitely against Norwich, I had a feeling that both on the corner kick with Lyndon and with Jimmy in the first half, then obviously the big chance with Sam in minute 92, but Ken got a couple of situations from the left flank, Ely. So I think we're getting there. But again, according to the way I want to see this team, according to the way I understand football, I hope that this is just the beginning. I would like to create 2-3 times more chances than that. If that's something that is on the back of someone, I don't pay too much attention. I'm just focusing on these 3 games. I'm just focusing on how I can help those guys to create more chances, and that's where my focus has been. Basically, the last 2 days we have been talking a lot about how to improve these movements into the last third, how we can be more aggressive, how we can create more imbalanced situations for the opponent. Because I do think that players like Ely, like Chrissy, we have the individual talent to as well make sure that it's not just combinations, but as well that they feel free to try by themselves.
Turning to Stoke City, and before we talk about the opposition, it will be a special occasion as we remember a former player and manager in Terry Venables. You'll be laying a wreath before kick-off. There'll be a period of applause as well as we celebrate his life. And while it was a different era, of course, he's someone that you are aware of from your Barcelona days.
Yeah, definitely. Not only because of Barcelona, but because he's a legend in English football and I would say worldwide football. His impact to the game was amazing. A fantastic player, very good technically. As I understand, he was a good leader as well in the pitch. And then as a manager, what he did in QPR, then moving to Barcelona, being the national team coach of England. Wow, we're talking about someone who had a huge impact in the football game. So I was really looking forward to get that victory for the fans, for the players, for all the staff that is working really hard. But I think that all of us now that we belong to QPR, we have a little extra, this extra mile, hopefully, just to as well deliver these 3 points in the memory of Terry. That has been a legend in this club, and we want to honour, hopefully, with a victory for him as well.
And Stoke City, a very different test to Norwich. How have preparations been going in terms of analysing their threat?
Bit of a regular process, obviously, with the challenge that there is short period, but we knew about that. So we got all the analyst team working really hard to prepare everything. I think we got 2 days, very good 2 days with the staff and the players in terms of we analyze properly what happened in the last game to learn, to improve, to make sure that our identity is getting stronger and more clear. And today we had a very good preparation of the game, knowing that it's not so much that we can do on the pitch. It's mostly when you have this hectic period, it's mostly about recovering, but certainly we can work on the pitch and the recovery. So I think the players got a good idea of what we expect them to be the game tomorrow. I think that it's getting deeper and deeper into them, the way we want to play. It fits the personalities, the way of playing. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we can see a better expression than what we had against Norwich.
And Morgan Fox is hopefully coming back in December. We'll know nearer to the time if that is achievable. Reggie Cannon, he missed out on travelling to Norwich. How is he?
Reggie is definitely ready to play the game. So that's true that perhaps Norwich, we felt that he was a little bit on the edge in a risk zone. And with this tight period, I didn't want to take any chance. So he stayed here. He worked really well, really hard, and he's looking sharp to ready to contribute on tomorrow's game. In the case of Fox Morgan, he's working at really good pace, improving every day. So all the medical staff, everybody, we are very looking forward to having back on the pitch. It's going a little better than according to the plans, which is great news. But I think that we need to be patient in the sense that probably it's going to take still a few weeks until he's ready to play football.
And just finally, a word on the QPR supporters. At the end of the game on Saturday, despite losing, it was the travelling QPR fans making the most noise. Have they surprised you? Not necessarily their support of the team, but how supportive they have been towards you from the moment you've arrived?
I said many times, and I have no words to say thanks and to appreciate the support they are giving to me. And I always say the same, when I feel this support, I feel it for the rest of the guys. At the end, manager is nothing without his players. So I do think that I think, in my opinion, QPR fans, they know about football. They have been always knowledgeable about the way they want the team to look like and how we want to play football. And I think they appreciate that we're trying, despite the results have not been as good as we wanted. I think they see a team that wants to attack, that doesn't want to just defend and counter, that wants to be dominant in the games, and that the team is giving everything they got right now. So we're chasing the victory, or at least the points, until minute 94, until the last. And this is because we feel that this connection is getting stronger. So hopefully we can build something very good until the end of the season, and I'm sure that they're going to be key part of our success.